On the board here before our guys came out for this game, perception versus reality. And I said the perception of what we are at this point in time is that we're a bad basketball team. And I said because most people in a high major conference, Power 5 conferences, they go into conference 12-3, 10-2, 11-3, whatever, okay? And so the fact that we were 6-6, the perception is that we're a bad basketball team. But the reality is that we're a good basketball team. We just got to go out and demonstrate that and display it every single time. And so I said, you got a national audience here. You're playing against a quality, tough ball club. If you can go out there and compete and win against them, that shows that you can beat anybody. This is a Florida State team that's coming off a quality win against Florida. So I really wanted our guys to succeed. And we spent a lot of time just trying to fix ourselves first. We didn't really get in depth with the Florida State scout. We did some things as normal, but we didn't spend as much time with them because we felt we had to fix ourselves first. And I thought it was some things that really stood out for our team. First of all, just the points in the paint. The fact that we ended up with 40 points in the paint, and I think they had 26 points in the paint against a team that's got 3 7-footers and is taller and longer than us at every single spot. The other fact is the fact that our guys are bench points. Our guys on the bench are really not bench players when it comes down to it, but they outscored their team 24-6. And then the last thing statistically that stood out for us is the second half, we only had 3 turnovers and we made all of our free throws. That's a recipe for success. So just really happy for our guys. They needed that win. The coaching staff needed that win. Bulldog Nation needed that win.
Let's talk about IJ. He gave you a lot of energy, especially in the second half of the league. 12 of his 14 points came in the second half. Just talk about this one.
Yeah, not just offensively, too, but I thought that we had an advantage at the point guard position, at the 2-guard position defensively. I thought our guys were quicker and can get up underneath those guys and bother them. And so we wanted to kind of have a tag team effort between Trevante and IJ, both coming in and dogging the other team's point guard, and I thought they did a very good job with that. I thought we fouled way too much doing that but they both did a good job. And then IJ is a guy that's got to be not afraid to get into the paint and make plays. I think he's so concerned about being a consensus point guard and not turning the basketball over and not putting himself in harm's way that he's got to kind of get in there a little bit more. And he saw he got in there and he had some success and he continued to do it.
How big of a boost was it to get Gavin back for this game?
Oh, it was huge. Quite simply, we don't win that game without Gavin Ware. Falou gets in foul trouble, so now we got to play small between Rockwez and Oliver Black, and probably one of those guys gets in foul trouble, and now we have to play even smaller. So having Gavin Ware in that game, him sucking it up and playing it, because he's not 100% on that bad will and had to play extended minutes because of the foul trouble with Falou and able to go through that, I thought it was huge for our team. And I thought it was good for him, too, to see he can go out there and have success on that bad will. So we just don't win that game without Gavin.
You talked Tuesday night about, after Tuesday night, finding 5 guys that could give you energy. Were you happy with that 5?
I really was. But to be honest with you, Paul, we practiced the day before and we scrimmaged, and I had those 5 guys out there, and we played against the second 5 guys, and the second 5 guys just beat the first 5, so then start to worry like, hey, where's that at? But they still came out and they played with energy, and I wasn't as most concerned about our scoring. I was more concerned about like us starting with the energy and playing together, and I thought that first unit really did that. And I think I kind of put those guys at ease too, because I played everybody 1-for-1. Trevante, you're going in for IJ. There's no worry about. Fred, you're going in for Chicken. Demetrius, you're going in for Travis. Thus far, so now you're not worried about what's your role and what you're doing. So I think that kind of helped out as well too.
IJ said they had a players meeting after the game, then you had a meeting with them the next day, and then he said they had meetings every day. How critical is that for this team?
Yeah, we had a come to Jesus meeting, and they weren't very nice at times, and there's some things that need to be said that's probably not for public consumption. But I thought it really helped our team and helped us heal. I think there's some things that were said in that meeting that need to be said on both the courts. And there were some things that said in the players' meeting that probably was said about the coaching staff that I don't want to know about. But it's a good thing because I think our guys saw that we were squandering opportunities to be a good ball club.
I guess minus the 3-point effort, is this the type of offensive game you want to see for the next 18?
Well, we want to be a team that attacks the paint, and Against Florida State, when it's all said and done, we talked about this, you have to have multiple paint attacks against Florida State. The first paint attack against Florida State, you probably get your shot blocked, okay, because they do such a good job of going down and rotating and got all the sides. But the second paint attack is when you want to go in there and try to have some success. So I thought our guys did a good job with multiple paint attacks. But I thought we were pretty patient on the offensive end. And Florida State played more zone than I've ever seen them play before. And so we did a good job of being prepared for zone. We didn't know if they'd be in a 2-3 or a 3-2. And so we wanted to make sure we weren't surprised, even though they're predominantly a man-to-man team.
Was the primary difference you said today, was it just effort?
I don't think it's just effort. I think it was a concentrated effort from everybody. I mean, I thought at times we got efforts, but it'd be 3 guys on the court with the effort that we needed instead of 5, 4 guys instead of 5, and we just wanted to make sure that we had all 5 guys out there playing together. And so you need that synergy out there, because in basketball there's so many rotations in a given play. And if one guy breaks down defensively, it results in a bad play for you. So we just wanted to make sure we were playing together on a unit on the offensive end and the defensive end, and whatever happens, happens. But we wanted to make sure we was playing together.
I guess for the confidence, this really helps going into SEC play.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, like, because you're going to play against teams like Florida State in your conference, and so to show that you can beat a team like Florida State gives our guys a little bit of confidence going into it. But now, it's still got to carry over. It can't be a one-time affair. That's the most important thing.
All right, the SEC teleconference